Hi, I'm here with Brenna Peters, and today we're going to be talking about Mary Jane Seifert. Your situation is a little bit different because you did indeed transfer here this year. So, while the four of us have known each other for about 2 years now, you are a new, fresh set of eyes. So, what, Brenna Peters, were your first impressions of Mary Jane?
My first impressions of Mary Jane was she's the quirkiest teen in all of the land as of right now until she turns 20. Also, she's definitely one of the funniest people that I've ever met in my entire life. I knew that from day one. She's always just like so bubbly and happy, and she just makes everyone feel great.
That is so sweet of you. Now, unfortunately, you won't be here with us this weekend to attend the holiday Hoopfest. So, is there any special message you'd like to say to MJ, and since you're missing the most important day of the year?
Yeah, Mary Jane, I'm so sorry that I couldn't be there this weekend, but I hope that you have the best weekend of your life, and I hope that this year brings you everything you want and more.
Surprise! I knew. So, Samantha, what is your favorite quality about Mary Jane?
Oh, there's just so many. I think it's just that she lights up a room when she walks into it, you know?
Can you give me an example of a time where she did, in fact, walk into the room and the room got lighter?
The door opens and it gets a lot lighter. No, I'm kidding. She walked in and just patted me on the back and said, "How was your day, Sam?" Just let me ride up.
So she's a really good friend.
Really great friend.
Oh, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
So, this is a pretty interesting interview because this is indeed Mary Jane Seifert's roommate. Tell us what it's like living with MJ.
It's a wild ride.
Is it?
Yeah, I would say that I've learned a lot about how to deal with dirtiness and messiness.
Oh.
It's also a thrill. You never know what's gonna come out of her mouth. She's very easy to live with. I never do anything wrong, according to her, so that's cool.
Okay, so can you explain to us one of your funniest roommate, silly, goofy memories with Mary Jane?
You know, honestly, I don't have a specific one that I remember because really there's just been so many. Let's just talk about this morning.
Okay.
To Mary Jane, you know, just being her good old self, and then she almost started crying because it's her last week of being a quirky teen. We just started planning out what we're gonna do, you know, in remembrance of her quirky teen days, and so now this week we're gonna try and be a little more teen. Anyways, I just thought it was hilarious. Oh, another one. The night where we were all hanging out here and she was a little, I don't know the word.
Crazy?
Yeah, and she kept calling you guys girls, but she was like, "We're besties." And just really hit home.
Oh.
You know, it was so nice.
What a good memory. So overall, what do you have to say to wrap up this interview?
I want to say that in your email today, you said you're going to do a lot of changing, but don't change. Be yourself. Because we love you.
And that is the tea. Thank you, Bryn, for your time.
Well done.
Come back at it. She ain't never do this before, but she good at it. Said she never made love, but she good at it.
State your name.
Lexi Griffin.
Okay, I'm Molly.
Jacob Leonard.
My name is Mark Hartley.
Isaiah Flowers.
I'm Adam.
Will's Wallrap.
Tyler Tierney.
Evan Aguilar.
Dan Marv.
My name is Noah Olinger. Tanner Lukenhoff.
Eli Lilly. Joe Knutson.
Jake Stevens. My name is Tyler Thrasher.
When did you first meet Mary Jane Seifert, and what was your first impression of her?
I first met Mary Jane Seifert freshman year, first semester. We had intro to theology together, and the first day she walked in, I thought she was really pretty, first of all. Being serious, MJ. I could tell more about her where she sat. She sat in the second row, but all the way to the wall. So I thought, this girl is just gonna be falling asleep the entire time because she already had her head on the wall when Blosser started talking.
I first met Mary Jane when she decided to become a football manager. I
like laughed so hard when I first heard her name. When I met her, I didn't know how she was gonna be, and then when I did, it was just like an instant connection. We were such good friends. We have so much in common, and she's like just so genuine and bubbly and happy.
I think we were working pre for football. She came in and was like super frazzled and like was going like around everywhere, and then she just started like laughing and just having this like mini freak out. And it was the first time we'd ever met, and I was just like, oh my god, Mary Jane. She's so goofy and funny, so it was like a good first impression, I guess.
I first met MJ. She was actually one of the first people to greet me because I was new and a transfer. My first reaction to her was that she was actually a very genuine person, and I liked that. But seriously though, she was one of the first people to come up to me and like actually welcome me to BC, and that actually like made my heart very happy. So thank you, MJ.
I first met MJ in my theology class when she was asking for answers on all of our theology quizzes. Well, my first impression of her was actually before that, whenever she messaged me on Tinder. She messaged me and then I said something and then she blamed it on her friends, so.
I met MJ on Tinder and then I invited her over to my room.
I was at a party, probably drunk, and I hit her jewel. She's my sister, fuck off.
That's your sister, bro?
It's a joke. Okay.
I think I had met MJ at like a party one time, and I just remember she's really funny. Yeah, she's hilarious.
I first met MJ with Morgan, and I was driving them both our freshman year to pick up alcohol, and I was like, wow, these two girls are pretty wild and fun-spirited, so. I want to wish you a happy birthday, MJ.
I met her at one of the parties the first week I got to school here, and my first impression of her was she's a super fun person. She's always down to have a good time, and I really love her. She's been here ever since I've been here, so I hope she stays here forever, and I really love her.
I met MJ at a football practice, and all I really knew about her was it's Rock's sister.
I met her at Reese's house last year. She likes to drink, so I thought that was pretty cool.
I met MJ when she was a freshman. I thought she was pretty cool.
I met MJ at Reese's house. I thought MJ was really cool, and she likes to have fun and drink.
I first met MJ at Reese's house last year when she was a freshman, and my first impression of MJ was she was really outgoing and she loved to drink.
The first time I met MJ, she was in the Thompson trading room and Farrell. I was talking with her brother Rock, and I was like, who the hell is that? And he was like, oh, that's my sister. She came in and basically was just getting lectured by Rock, and that was the first time that I met MJ. Was she was not fulfilling her family destiny according to Rock.
First time I met MJ was at my house, 605 Atchison Street. First impression, Rock's sister, but kind of cool.
What is your favorite memory with Mary Jane Seifert?
It was probably last August when she moved in for football, and Morgan, Sam, and I went to go visit her. It was like late at night, and then we were literally talking for hours just about our lives. Just really nice to have a heart-to-heart with her, and she's just beautiful on the inside and out, and I think we just got to be more close during it.
When we were in Daytona, Mary Jane and I were sitting next to each other at a banquet. A girl went up and was getting getting recognized for like how good she was to the community and how she donated so much to the poor. And I had told Mary Jane, I was like, oh my gosh, Mary Jane, like I should be up there. I've given so much of my clothes to Plato's Closet. And Mary Jane started cracking up. It was the funniest thing.
Daytona, when we were all just like in the hotel rooms before we go out and about, like it was just so fun because everything was so funny, and we were just like, I don't know, it was just, I've never laughed honestly so hard in my entire life.
My favorite memory with MJ, there's not one specifically, but I love when I am the only one in the line for the manager and she's the only one in there, and we have little talks about life, about anything. I like that a lot. Also, in Daytona, we were sitting out by the pool just having a good time, having another one of our little talks. So I like those.
That is the favorite memory.
The Tinder?
Yeah, the Tinder.
Awesome.
Can't beat it.
I told her she was the most popular girl at BC, and then she chased me around Tanner's house.
When I blew O's in Morgan's face and made out with her. No, like, you know what I'm saying?
My favorite memory of MJ is it was like 2 weekends ago. Me and Brenna were just like piping Grant up to her, and like it was hilarious.
I want to say we had a pretty good time Toga Tuesday last year. That was pretty fun. We should redo it this year. So
Favorite memory is happened a couple months ago at Mueller's. I kissed MJ and then I kissed Morgan, and just the night was a little wild there.
Last year at Thrasher's house, I volunteered for her to punch me in the face when we were really drunk, so that was cool. When we started playing quarters with Fireball, we all blacked out. It was a great time. Happy birthday. I love you.
My favorite memory with MJ is playing quarters at Reese's and Tanner getting her absolutely fucked up.
My favorite memory with MJ would have to be was when Eli drove us home last year when she was super fucked up in the back of Eli's Jeep from Daylight Donuts. That's my favorite memory of her. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday from 941 Laramie Street.
Favorite memory with MJ was we were in Daytona Beach. It was probably like the last time I saw her. We were at a banquet, and I was like, Mary Jane, we got to get a picture. She was like, I'm gonna miss you so much, don't leave. Yeah, that was probably the most favorite memory with her, was because we kind of like sat around and talked for a little while and said our goodbyes. However, my least favorite memory of MJ was when we had a party at her house last year and she ripped the damn cord out of my fan and pretty much ruined the party.
Probably her fixing my shoulder pads. That was pretty cool. No, I'm kidding. I don't really have a favorite memory, but I'd say she has a very flamboyant personality, and it's just, I think, lights up the room when you're around her. Happy birthday, MJ. Miss you.